welcome to our match of the Hanover Horde. Alright, welcome to our match with the Hanover Horde Gold team taking on the Gold team from Franklin Nomads. We are looking forward to taking them on today and having a good match. We're just getting everything synced up. Sorry for the background noise. I'm on the team chat, just waiting for Jeff to swap us over to the group chat. So we'll be back here in just a minute. All right, we are back. Looks like he's got to switch over to spectator mode, so I'm off team chat. Sorry about that early chatter. You could hear the teams because he hadn't switched me over to spectator mode. So I'm going to throw it over to Coach Jeff there to introduce the players of the Horde Gold team.
Hey, Coach Josh. Hey, it's Coach Jeff. And we're here with, of course, our gold team, which you guys have met before, but we're going to meet again. What's your
And my username is Pizza Freak.
Pizza Freak? And what position do you play?
Damage.
Sweet. All right. What's your name?
Declan.
Declan, what's your gamer tag?
My gamer tag is DC Fuse.
DC Fuse. And what position do you play?
Tank.
Tank. Sweet. What is your name?
And my username is HJack, and I play DPS.
DPS. Very cool. What is your name?
My name is William. My username is Tank.
Right. Excellent. What is your name?
Hi, I'm Split097 and I am support player.
What's your real name?
Logan.
Logan, very good. So there we have it, Coach Josh. We are all psyched up and ready to play this game. Hopefully we get the really cool stuff from the Nomads today. So back to you, sir.
All right, thanks, Coach Jeff. Looks like we are really getting set up here, ready to go. We're playing Escort today, so that means we escort the payload and it's across 3 different maps. The maps we're going to be playing are Dorado, Havana, and then Junkertown will be the tiebreaker. It's best of 3. So just waiting to hear from the other coach that we're ready to go. The what we call Nashville Nomads, or the Franklin Nomads this year. That's the actual name of the town they live in, just outside of Nashville. They were a team we had trouble getting past. So our gold team's a little nervous today going against the Nomads, but we've been playing really well. The boys have been practicing a lot between the end of last season and the start of this season. So really looking forward to what the Horde Gold team brings today, and excited to see what they can do against this tough Franklin Nomads team. So let me just reach out to the other coach, the owner on the other end, Jeff, and we'll be back shortly. And looks like we are back and we are into the map. We're going to be playing Dorado today. So that is our first map, our first escort mission. So let's take a look at this Dorado map. So here you see the first point that they're going to try to get to. They're going to have to travel around this direction, down through these curves. You can see there's a lot of curves and a lot of high ground to be able to stand up on and try to pick off the enemy as they're coming towards you. So the Franklin is the home team in this map. Here you see the final point. So this is the 3rd point of the map. Work our way backwards. Show you this is the 2nd point. And if we zip on back here, we'll see the 1st point and we'll see the payload setup. So here's the 1st point that we'll try to get to, or we'll try to prevent them from getting to. We are pushing the payload, so the Franklin Nomads will be pushing from this direction. Defending from this direction. Here you see come and get set up. Looks like they have Farah there, Mercy, Combo, Diva, a Reaper. They have a Sigma. All right, and looks like an Ana. So the Horde is playing Diva, a Farah, a Sigma, a Mercy. All right, here we come. Coming out pretty quickly. You can see the Nomads are taking the high ground approach. So trying to get on the high ground and defend against the push. But that allows us to get to the payload pretty quickly and set up on the push. So we're trading bodies here. Franklin's took out a player. We're took out a player. So still managed to keep the push going. We've got a good shield set up by our Reinhardt here. followed by our Sigma. Is doing a good job putting his shield up, protecting, shooting, and still pushing the payload. So a Sigma out front here with the Ana. There's Sigma and Sigma battle, and our Reaper's out front here doing some good damage. Let's get a little high view and see what's happening up here. So the push continues. There's, again, a lot of trading one-offs. Looks like they took out our Reaper, Jack Pizza Freak, but still done a good job. They did manage to stall the push as our Reinhardt goes forward, takes on their Diva, takes it out. And looks like we are able to stop their defense and keep the payload going. So doing a really good job. The Horde doing a good job keeping the payload moving. Pretty quick pace. Just a short stall there. The Nomads were able to stop us shortly, but we did achieve the first point. 5 minutes left. So really good job. Let's follow the Reaper here as he tries to flank. Let's see what he does. Trying to flank the Nomads from this side. Let's watch it from this angle as the Horde pushes up past the Nomads. A good concerted push, deliberate push by the Horde, continuing to push forward. Their payload's still moving nicely. All right, so really taking the battle to the Nomads. The Nomads did start out trying to take the high ground. Looks like they've shifted to more of a low ground defense. The payload continues to move pretty consistently. So Reinhardt's doing a good job with the shield, pushing his shield forward, engaging. Again, we're moving the payload. The Nomads haven't made much, had much success in stopping it for too long. They did stop it for 10, 15 seconds early in the match, but the Horde has managed to keep it going. Let's watch this little battle here. Oh, they do take the Reaper down, put him to sleep initially, but he's up. But they did manage to stop the payload just for a short second while that Diva did get behind us. Got a nice battle there. That battle continues, but the Sigma back over here, Sigma and the Reinhardt continue to push the payload as those skirmishes are taking place away from the payload. So that is a technique, is to take the battle away from the payload. Sometimes the person you're playing loses focus on what they're actually playing for. So 2 points and 5 minutes remaining. A lot of time left for the Horde to push this payload, but again, time is of the essence. So after we get done pushing, the opposing force will get the chance to push the payload, and we defend, and we have to defend it in a quicker amount of time. So you can see those little skirmishes taking place away from the payload, doing a really good job of keeping the Nomads from stopping the payload and getting back, and we've just been able to get a consistent push. So interesting technique by the Horde, sending out those skirmish players. I haven't seen the Reaper around the payload too much because he's done a really excellent job. You can hear him put out his ultimate. All right, and we're almost to the final point. The Nomads are doing a good job trying to defend, but looks like we've got everybody there, and we're going to push through and get to the third point. 4 minutes and 19 seconds remaining. Excellent push. You can't do that much better than the Horde did right there. Did a really good job making the Nomads resort to more of a deathmatch style fight versus an escort mission, what this was. It kept them away from the payload. The name of this game is to keep that payload moving. So the more you push that payload, the more you keep your players on and around it, and the more you keep the other team away from the payload, the quicker it's going to move, the quicker it's going to get to the point, the quicker you're going to win the match. So the Horde played almost a perfect round. Just a short time, the Nomads were able to stall that payload in a couple places. And that's really the name of the game. So we'll see if the Nomads can match that push or beat it in a shorter amount of time. They got 4 minutes and 19 seconds to push this payload to all 3 points, or else the Horde wins this first map. So good showing by the Horde Gold team. Let's see what the Nomads can do. Looks like we've got a similar configuration here for both teams. All right, so they are getting set up. The Horde should be making their way here. Looks like they have arrived. All right, the Horde is playing a Genji. Looks like we got a Baptiste, Reinhardt, Reaper, Sigma, and Ana there this time. So let's see how this plays out. Looks like we're playing back, playing a kind of a high ground defense, which is a good tactic in this. It did allow them to take the payload pretty quickly, but let's see at this choke point if we can really put them down here. If you can get that payload to stop in this choke point, it can be really disruptive and hard to push past this curve. So that's why a lot of teams like to take this high ground and try to defend from there. All right, so we got our Sigma down here, our Baptiste, putting fire on. We did manage to stop the payload. So again, that's a great place to stop the payload because now we can use the payload as leverage and as a hiding point. They do have a May. They're running right now. You can see them put up that ice wall. So the ice wall is a good means of defense. Here comes the Reaper dropping down behind them. Super effective, but not super effective on that drop, unfortunately. Not able to take out their Reinhardt, which is obviously a critical piece of any payload push because of that shield. So the Horde's getting down here, trying to prevent the push. They did manage to stall it just for a short time, but they are holding this choke pretty good. Again, May's using that ice wall, trying to provide a shield for her players. All right, so here you see the Brigitte coming in with her ultimate. But we got the Reaper in behind her. We got the Reinhardt back here taking out their Reaper, or taking on their Reaper. Didn't quite take him out, but our Reinhardt's taken out by their Reinhardt. So a lot of trading of players here, which is actually working to the benefit of the Horde, and the Horde takes the man advantage and puts them all back at spawn. So good job by the Horde. Again, pushing them back 2 minutes, 18 seconds. If the Horde is able to stop them from achieving the first point, it's going to be end of the match, end of the map, and the Horde will receive the first points of the game. So here you see, again, using that Reinhardt as shield, trying to get close, trying to get back to their payload. Got our Ana down here, all up in the fight. Got an ultimate being released. And then their Reaper, with its ultimate, does manage to take out 3 of the Horde players. So good timed ultimate by the Nomads. Well placed. We'll see if the Horde is able to get back, reconsolidate, and stop this push before they get to the point, which is right here. So we'll see how hard they push. 1 minute and 30 seconds. So we'll see if we're going to push in or just surrender the point and give them that. Looks like we are coming in from the right flank. Coming in with Tracer behind them, being a little disruptive. Right, I heard the Horde ultimate for the Reaper. Wasn't super effective. Did take out one, though, and did manage to push them back. Get behind this May wall right here. They got a Moira ultimate going off, but the Reaper quickly dispatches of the Moira, sends them all back to the spawn point, and now they only have 1 minute to get back here to their payload and push. The Horde is setting up their defenses. Obviously, they're going to have to be pretty hasty in getting up here, which should work to the Horde's advantage. They should play into that, too, because we know they're going to be rushed. So here we see our Reinhardt setting up his shield, our Baptiste there laying down the fires, going to try to make it hard on them, make them do the work by coming to us. So we got to be cognizant of some ultimates, obviously, during this time. 36 seconds left on the clock. The Horde is pushing. The Horde is doing a good job pushing. Reinhardt with a good push and driving them back to their spawn point. Nearly a team wipe. They all fall back in only 22 seconds. It's going to have to be a perfect push by the Nomads to get back up here, take out the Horde team. So we just got to be cognizant of ultimate, and we're starting to move the payload slowly back. Just 10 seconds remaining. We need to play smart, play strong. We got a Reinhardt shield out front doing a good job. Another good pin by Reinhardt, taking it to him, and it looks like the Horde is going to seal this map. Even though there is overtime, they did manage to work behind us as we were pushing forward. Definitely something to be cognizant of. But we were able to take out that player that snuck behind, and the Horde secure the map, secure the first point of the map. So congratulations to the Horde. Well-fought battle by the Nomads. Let's see who the player of the game is. Player of the game is Sigma. That's played by Kid MDK, who is Liam. So let's see him here. Up on top, uses his ultimate, eliminates a player, takes out 2 more. And with the help of Reaper and the help of the Reinhardt, the help of the rest of his team, that's where that Sigma ultimate's really beneficial. Gets them in the air, drops them down. The rest of your players clean up the mess. Well-timed ultimate. Great job, Horde. Way to take it to the Nomads. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back for our second map. Our second map's going to be Havana. So excited to see what happens, and we'll be back shortly after this break.
Dude, I got all the kills that first time.
I stuck a mercy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk that.
I don't have my.
Get over here.
everybody. My name is Josh, and I want to introduce you to two clubs we're offering here at Code Ninjas Hanover. They're Minecraft Club and Roblox Club. If you have a Minecraft or Roblox fanatic in your house, and they're between 7 to 14 years old, get them enrolled in these clubs. They're going to have a really good time. These clubs run on Mondays. Minecraft Club runs 5:30 to 6:30, and Roblox Club runs 6:30 to 7:30. And they're going to teach your kids how to develop games within Minecraft and Roblox. Minecraft uses a software called MCreator, which will teach them how to use, and it builds mod packs so they can develop their own Galacticraft, their own Spider-Man version of Minecraft. Really, the sky's the limit as creative as they want to get with MCreator. Roblox uses Roblox Studio, which is a great 3D game development environment. It also teaches them how to work in 3D design and understanding the physics of working in a 3D game development environment. So both softwares are great. The other added benefit of this is that you kids will be able to take this software home and install on their own computer. So it's not just the 1 hour a week they'll be able to work here. They'll be able to continue to work on what they learned at home. Each one of these clubs is $89 a month, or if you sign up for both and you want them here for the 2 consecutive hours for the club, it's $159 a month. So a little bit of cost savings there. So these slots are expected to fill up quickly. We have just a few left, so if you want to get them enrolled, get them enrolled. The clubs start in October, and we look forward to seeing your ninjas here at the center. All right, we are back. We're just getting set up. We just need to swap sides here. Second map's going to be Havana. Like I said, the Horde was able to secure the first good push. So let me go ahead and put some points on the board here for the Horde and give us that score. Just going to take me to get that second to set that up. Yeah, the Horde did an excellent job both pushing and defending that time. Again, the Nomads were really our arch nemesis team last year. So I know they're super excited to get that point, get that push. And we'll see how this goes. So it looks like the coach did swap them over each map to make sure no team has an advantage of defending or pushing first. We swapped the teams around each times. And let me just make sure we'll be back in another minute after this commercial break and hopefully ready to push into the map. Thanks, everybody.
Whoa, look at this. Look at what? Oh, wow.
All right, and we are back. Here you see us on the map. This is the Havana map. So here you see the payload. Let's take a quick fly through. So they're going to be pushing the payload this direction. This is the first point. Get inside here. As you can see, much like most escort maps, a lot of high and low ground to defend. Here you see second point, and cruise through into this castle-looking item here for the third point. So this will be the final point that they're trying to get to. All right, let's see if the teams decide to switch up their players here. All right, so let's follow the Horde. Is going to be defending this time while the Nomads push the payload. Looks like a fairly, a little bit different from the Franklin team. Looks like they've got a Roadhog this time. And Ash, that looks like they're playing. The Horde lineup looks like we have pretty much the same lineup this time. Looks like we are playing a Widowmaker this time, so I think that is Hayden, who is Jackhammer playing the Widowmaker. So let's see how this plays out. The Horde is setting up back here on the corner, which is a good defensive position. Again, kind of what we did last time. We let them push a little bit. They've got Widowmaker up here taking pop shots as Reaper's up there with them. And we've got our tanks down here and Sigma really defending, trying to push them back. A couple good eliminations by Reaper. Early on, we've got our Reinhardt in here. He's deep behind him at this point, so we'll see if that pays off. And we are doing a good job. Again, we've managed to stop the payload pretty early, really making them work for it. Widowmaker's up there making people pay. Just took out their Brigitte. It looks like we're going to try to push them back to the point. There you see the Roadhog did get a hook in our Reinhardt and take him out. So good play by the Roadhog. Looks like they might try to flank through the building. But again, we got our Widowmaker up top here, doing a good job laying fires down. Really making it hard. Looks like he's going to push forward. Roadhog here on the side is a Sigma Roadhog battle. Roadhog falls back, forgets his heals. They do manage to push just a little bit, but the Horde's just doing a good job playing safe defensive posture, not getting too close. Obviously, we've set ourselves up for the long game. Sigma chucking rocks down there. Reinhardt slinging his power. Reaper going in there. And a Widowmaker just raining down deadly fires on him. So, and the Widowmaker does get taken out. Looks like we got a Reaper ultimate here. So we did chase him in there. And our Reaper, they chased him in there. Our Reaper took out 4 of them. So excellent job by the Reaper. That's Pizza Freak. Again, just probably one of the best Reapers in the nation. He is just such a weapon with that ultimate. Every time he deploys that ultimate, he just has such an effect. So, again, keeping the Nomads from really pushing the payload. They are getting a little push here. So Sigma with another ultimate drops him down. Let's see if we can follow it with some good elimination. His team was a little slow to react. And the Roadhog pulls him in. But again, trading deaths here. We got a Reinhardt on Reinhardt battle. Again, Reinhardt's down here. Our Reinhardt does get taken out there. But again, we've got our Widowmaker back here just laying down lethal fires from up top. Just picking them off onesie twosies. But they did manage to eliminate the Widowmaker. And they are pushing the payload. So it looks like the Roadhog got its hooks in the Sigma. The Sigma Roadhog battle here. See how that looks like another ultimate. Let's see if he's able to capitalize this time. And takes out the Roadhog. So good job by the Sigma. That's Kid MDK. Again, stopping the payload. They have 1 minute and 3 seconds to get to the point. And we're pretty much chasing them back to their spawn point at this time. So it's a really good job by the Horde. Looks like they're going to try to go in that area again. We'll see if Reaper, that's the same place Reaper was able to get into, eliminate him last time. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got the same concept this time. Oh, the Reaper does get pinned by the Reinhardt, but escapes. Or he did get taken out by that charge by the Reinhardt. So one of the risks of playing in tight space is right there. But again, the Horde is doing a good job. Their Roadhog managed to get hooks in us, but we break contact real good and keep pushing them back to their spawn. So, all right, so just 19 seconds left. The Nomads are going to have to make a really concerted push to get through here. Looks like they're all trying to trying to flank through this building a little bit. Another Reaper ultimate. Good job by Pizza Freak. Takes out 2, takes out 3, and then the rest of his team finishes out the rest of the team. So that's going to do it unless they can... this last looks like that might be it. They are doing a nice job trying to keep this overtime going, but the Horde is just doing a really good job taking it to them. Every time they send somebody in, we quickly dispatch them. They did get a Reaper in there. So they are keeping this match alive. It's a little bit of a death match right now. Let's see. They keep getting, just as you think we're going to get close, they decided to bring in a Wrecking Ball, who's super quick and can get in there fast. He's fast and he's hard to eliminate. So a little bit of craziness everywhere. They're trying to keep this alive, but the Horde is matching them fight for fight. We got a good battle here between the Reinhardt and the Diva. A Sigma Ultimate, again, a well-timed Sigma Ultimate. Let's see if the Horde can capitalize on this. All this is in overtime, so all the Horde has to do is to stop them. Here comes another Ultimate by Pizza Freak. Takes out 3 of the Franklin Nomads, and that seals it. Again, a great timed Ultimate by Pizza Freak. That's Jack. Takes out the team just when you thought they were going to push it to the point in overtime. The Horde does a good job. So all the Horde does need to do to win this map and to win this match is push the payload further than 52 meters. So let's see how they decide to play this. Let's see if the Nomads decide to be super aggressive here. Sometimes you have to change your strategy up, change your players up to really change the dynamic of a map. And it can happen. We've seen being under almost what seemed like unsurmountable odds. And teams just come back. Teams decide to change their strategy up. They change their player dynamic, and they come back from deficits like this. So this match is far from over. Here you see the highlighted location. As long as the Horde is able to push their payload this far, they will win the map. And because this is best of 3, they will win the match and go to 3-0 on the season. So really excited for the Horde. This is a big match for them because the Nomads, like I said, during the last summer season, the Nomads were our arch nemesis. Each time we thought we'd had them down, they'd fight back, kind of like what they did during that overtime. And they won a lot of close matches last year, so the Horde's going to do the best they can to shut them out. Looks like a little bit different team dynamic with the Horde. Looks like we got a Torbjorn this time. Looks like we got a Lucio, and looks like we got a Wrecking Ball. So let's see how this plays out against the Nomads. Nomads are fielding a Moira this time, so a little bit different makeup there. So they did give them the payload. Again, I was unsure whether they were going to play aggressive or not. The Wrecking Ball does get in there behind them. Again, if you're disruptive and you keep the teams away from the payload's going to keep moving as long as you have a body on it or close to it. So the Horde is doing what they have to do to keep this payload moving. So you see the payload's moving. You see how far it has to go. The Nomads are going to have to get back really quick in order to beat this, and I just don't think there's enough time for it. I don't know if they have somebody close enough. Here comes the Moira. But, again, not close enough. And the Horde seals the victory with the quick push. Let's see who the player of the match is. It's hard to say because that was such a quick push. The Wrecking Ball did a good job. And it looks to be the Reaper. So here comes the Reaper. This was the first match, and that's when he unleashed his ultimate, taking out 1, 2, 3. And the rest of the team cleans it up. A quadruple elimination there to clear the Nomads off in overtime and seal the victory. So excellent job. Let me score this one for the Horde. That puts them up to nothing and wins them the match this week. So I'm going to get on the horn, see if Coach Jeff wants to play one more as a scrimmage, and we'll be right back here shortly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rip it. It doesn't matter at all.
Esports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're taking that and we're delivering it to elementary and middle school kids.
Yo, you guys are getting pretty wrecked right now. Dad, all right, push up with me.
We're bridging the gap between conventional athletics and competitive gaming. We have kids working on the same technology that the pros are training to improve their skills.
When did you lose? Why did you lose? Like the games that you lost, why did you lose?
Through a partnership with the Positive Coaching Alliance, our coaches go through a double goal certification. They learn not only how to work through the strategies of the different games they're playing, but they also work through how to impact these kids' lives in a positive way. They get to mark and highlight behaviors and attributes that will lead to.
All right, we are back in the match. We're going to be playing Junkertown. For those not familiar, this is one of the favorite maps of most players. It's a really fun map, a lot of terrain, particularly at the beginning of the map. You'll see here, it's kind of a Wild Western type scene. Here you see the Nomads coming out. Did somebody drop off?
Jack's machine
All right, just bring it back up. Bring him in whenever. All right, so we had a player drop off, dropped out of the map. But we're going to continue playing. This is a scrimmage. All right, we got Franklin here. The Franklin Nomads. All right, looks like the Horde is going for a spawn point pen here, so they're going to be super aggressive. Kind of a nothing to lose mentality because this is just a scrimmage, but a good opportunity for both teams to practice characters maybe they wouldn't otherwise be playing on plan. And we did get it paused. So let's see if we can get everybody back in here shortly. So we'll be right back after this break, and then we'll come right back once we get this other player back in the match.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rip Sigma. It doesn't matter at all.
Esports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're taking that and we're delivering it to elementary and middle school kids.
Yo, you guys are getting pretty wrecked by me. Dad, all right, push up with me. Push up with me.
We're bridging the gap between conventional athletics and competitive gaming. We have kids working on the same technology that the pros are training to improve their skills.
All right, we are back in the match, so we should be good to go. We had a player drop out, so it looks like we're going to restart here. So as with any system, glad it was not during the live match that happened, and it can happen. So here you see the first point they're going to try to fight to. Again, the Horde is going to be trying to defend, and the Nomads will be trying to push the payload. So now we got everybody on board. Again, we're running Torbjorn this time, Widowmaker. Let's see, who else we got up there? We got Anna, and we got a Diva. So pretty similar configuration to what we had last time. Also running Roadhog this time, so that's a little bit different. So let's see who's playing the Roadhog. All right, CNH Horde is Kid MDK. So Kid MDK usually plays Sigma. He's running a Roadhog this time. All right. So this time the Horde decides to sit back a little bit with the Diva, the Roadhog. All right, and they're again trading kills, trading body. Nice little battle here between the Reaper and the Diva. Let's see who wins this battle, and the Diva does come out victorious there. So the Horde gets the numbers advantage pretty quickly before they're able to push too far. Here you see battle up here between the Diva and a Winston. And retreats back into the spawn point. So the Horde's sitting here pushing the payload back as far as they can. Looks like the Nomads are coming out with a Diva here, trying to get high ground, and the Winston. So they're probably going to try to dive down on top of the Horde. So nice little battle here. The Diva goes up. We've got a Diva on Winston battle up here, but a little bit too much. The Diva wisely backs down, and then the Diva tries to take the high ground. So good little skirmishes. Again, skirmishes benefit the team that's not pushing the payload. It keeps them away from the payload. It keeps them from kind of really pushing the payload like they should. And it's sometimes, once you get into that mindset of I got to take these guys out, and you lose focus that your mission is to push the payload, it kind of becomes the death match. And that's kind of what we've resorted to now. We've kind of got them a little bit flustered, and we're really laying it on heavy. They did manage to get behind us here, but we did take them out. So I don't know who that was, but we managed to chase down whoever squirted past us, and really working on a spawn pin. So spawn pins can be really frustrating for the opposing team, but it's a good opportunity to, again, practice how you would escape a spawn pin. So it looks like they're doing a pretty good job here, trying to break out. Their Divas trying to get out here on the left-hand side, but we quickly meet them. All right, and we had a Diva bomb goes off, looks like to little effect. Our Widowmaker's up there taking out a couple of their players. Looks like the Torbjorn just got a takeout, so... Again, everybody's trying out some new players here. The Mercy, you can see come out here, but quickly taken out by the Roadhog. So let's follow this Reaper battle here. So they did get their Reaper ultimate unleashed, but it doesn't look like they were able to take out any Horde members there. So, all right, again, more just kind of individual skirmishes going on. Let's see how this Diva fares over here. We got a Diva taking on this Torbjorn turret. This Torbjorn turret can be super pesky, so they do manage to take it out. It was well positioned. So we'll see if he lays down another one. And they managed to start pushing the payload. 48 seconds to try to get to the first point. So let's see how they're able to make out. They did take out a couple of our players, so they do have a slight numbers advantage here. Diva's done a good job being persistent. All right, we got a Diva on Diva battle. See if they fight this one through to the end. And the Diva gets taken out. See if they chase down and take out Baby Diva. And it looks like they do. All right, so the payload is getting pushed. Looks like the Torbjorn is taken out there. Here comes see where, see if they're able. They've got 10 seconds to get to the point. You can see the Horde falling back. Winston's trying to get out ahead of the attack, unleashing his ultimate. So it's overtime. So if the Horde's able to clean them up here and wipe them out, then that would be the end of the map. Or at this point, at least. And then we would switch sides. All right. So they did manage to take the Horde out. So Torbjorn, another Torbjorn turret up here, being super pesky. We got the Wrecking Ball coming in. Lots of skirmishes. So it looks like we managed to get them a little bit disoriented and keep them from pushing. But they did make a decent push that time, 62.41 meters. So when we flip sides this time, the Horde Gold team is going to have to push further than that 62.38 meters to win the map. All right, so we'll see if teams come out with a similar team dynamic. You can see where the payload is. So again, as long as the Horde gets to that point in the map, they win the map and they win this third round. Which again, we're playing more as a scrimmage opportunity, allowing both teams to get better. I think we all agree the more we play each other, the better our team gets, the better our league gets. And we don't want we want every team to be super competitive because it just makes our boys and girls that play in this league more competitive. So there you see the point highlighted. If they get there before time expires, then they win the map. The Horde wins the map. So it looks like the Horde is fielding an Orisa and a Lucio. So a little bit, another kind of a switch up this time. Looks like the Franklin's going with the Roadhog this time. So the Roadhog was really effective, especially on that second map, Havana, last time. So he managed to get his hooks in us quite a few times, particularly our Genji. Was really disruptive. If he was able to finish it, our Sigma off a couple times last time, that might have made the difference in the match. It just goes to show you how close sometimes these matches can be. All right, so Wrecking Ball gets in there, is being disruptive, trying to get behind him. Wisely quickly retreats as the Horde is making a nice push. Let's get behind the payload here. Let's see what they're walking into. And you can see they have a Moira there. Got our Lucio riding up on top. Moiras can be tough because they can transport around really quickly. They are a support character, but they can do a lot of damage, particularly if they get up close. There you see the Roadhog, quickly dispatched by the Reinhardt, putting our Orisa up there. We got a nice shield up on top of the front of the escort, so running kind of a pirate ship technique. All right, looks like we had a Baby Diva up there we just took out. So Horde's making a quick push. So we did get, again, that Moira is being super disruptive, getting behind us. They got the Winston coming in now, so it looks like he switched up to a Winston. He can be tough because he jumps around. Hard to hard to defeat sometimes. We do take out their diva. Looks like they got a Junkrat now. We quickly take out that Junkrat. Looks like the push is going to continue. If they can get that, is that an Anna? Yep, she quickly taken out. And they were able to pretty much wipe out the team, taking out that Wrecking Ball, and they were able to get far enough to secure the map and secure the win. So really good showing by the Horde today. Good game over there, good match over there to the Nomads. Tough fall match. This was a big hurdle for the Horde to get over, a big mental hurdle, and a tough team as always. Jeff down there in Franklin always does a good job. Here you see the Torbjorn Ultimate. Taking out 1, 2. So just a nice job. It's nice to see these players get to experiment with other players throughout the map, get some more practice in, get some more reps in. So that doesn't count as more of a scrimmage, but again, good match to the Nomads, good match to all the boys. Congratulations to the Hanover Horde, moving on to 3-0 on the season. Exciting match, a really good game. Catch up with us later. We go live again at 6 o'clock where the Hanover Horde Silver team takes on the team from Franklin. So tune back in for that. We'll be back then. Until then, have a good rest of the day. Thanks, everybody.